All right. Hey guys, Andrew Michael here. I'm just trying to get this thing set up so that way I can grab a quick screen capture. Post this to the Facebook pages. Lights are blinding you guys right now, but we will fix that here in a second. Anyway, I want to grab a quick screen capture here. So whoever's on so far, thanks for jumping in. I'm going to have this ready. No, you're good. I just want to get that set up so that way I can grab a quick screen capture before we get this thing started. And I should be good now. Look crazy. All right. Let me go ahead. So for everyone on here, looks like we have 4 people on this live, the Ustream thing so far. Let me turn down the TV. Last check, we have 60 schools already closed or delayed for tomorrow. I'm sorry, 70 schools closed or delayed tomorrow. So there are a lot of them out there that's already closing for the cold temperatures that are on the way. Again, it's not the snow. I need you here, Kirsten, to tell me what I need to say. It's not the snow, it's the cold temperatures that's really closing the schools. So hold on, let me save this image here. Save as JPEG Ustream. I'm going to post that on my Facebook page real quick, and then we'll get everything started here. Do you guys have any questions? Anybody just jumping here onto Ustream? Go ahead and post your questions there on the right-hand side, and we will get those questions answered. Noah, looks like you're on already, so thanks for jumping on, and we will get those questions answered as we get this thing started. So again, thanks for everyone jumping on already. I swear, I had this thing set up yesterday so that way those lights, they were not there, or visible, or a problem. Let's turn it this way more. We'll go there. There, that's better. I think that's a little bit better. Maybe tilt up a hair. I like that. I think we're set. We're ready to go. We got 4 people on here so far. And like I said, I'm going to post this picture real quick, and we will get this live Ustream chat up and running. And I will get your guys' questions. You guys have any questions, again, post them on the social stream there next to it. And you guys can also post those questions on Twitter. Twitter is the easiest way for me to see all of those questions because they come in real time. Sometimes with the social stream, there's a little bit of a delay. Let me grab this link real quick. Copy. Boom. Copy, post, and I'm going to share this real quick. So hey, looks like we have 6 people on here so far. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and post those for me, and I will start answering those questions. Again, you guys can post those on the social stream right next to the video there, or if you guys are on Twitter, Andrew WSYX on Twitter is the easiest way for me to see those questions. Whoops, let me agree. Andrew WSYX6. Copy, share. All right, share this one more time over to the Fox page, and I will be answering you guys' questions. Is live. Copy, share, photo, gone. Let me do Twitter real quick. That's one. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. Add image. Boom, boom. Cool. All right. Everything is all set now. So again, thanks for everyone on here. Looks like we have 19 people here in the chat so far. So if you guys have any weather questions, go ahead and post those, and I will be answering your guys' questions as we go through the rest of the evening. Again, I'll be answering you guys' questions. Any weather questions you guys have, let me know what you guys are seeing out there. It's a great way for me to kind of see what you guys are seeing, and then compare that to the radar as what we're dealing with. Real quick, what I will show you guys is what we are seeing right now on the radar. So here's what we've got going on. You guys are sitting in front of the radar computer. So I'll widen this out real quick just to give you a better perspective of what we're watching. Again, we are seeing this rain now, but that will transition to snow. All of this blue on the back side here is all snow. The only downside, and I'll loop it for you just to show you, as this is all moving its way up to the north, you can see the back edge of this precipitation is right down here. So we've got to get this cold front, and actually, it's really cool. You can actually see right where that cold front is. See where we have this extra lift there? That's right where the cold front is. So it's already moved through Cincinnati. And let's zoom in a little bit closer where it's moving through. So any place that's out here in London, you're going to see that cold front moving through very shortly. Marysville, if you stretch this back up, cold front's moving through you guys right now as well. So again, if you guys have any weather questions, go ahead and post those on here, and I will answer your guys' questions. Twitter, again, is the easiest way to ask your questions. I'm going to get that set back up. Twitter's the easiest way to answer your guys' questions. Andrew WSYX6. And I will go ahead and I will get those questions. So let's start things off now. How will Thursday be for Coshocton? I mean, what can we expect for Thursday? This question's from Noah Kaser. Right now, Thursday, we are keeping an eye on another round of snow for Thursday. Right now, it's not looking like a lot, about 1 to 3 inches. There's not a lot of moisture with that system. So right now, Thursday's looking like about 1 to 3 inches or so, but we'll keep a close eye on that. So again, for anybody just jumping on here, what we've been dealing with is we've been watching the temperatures warm up today. The cold front is still moving in, and the fact that the temperatures have not dropped yet is why we're dealing with a lot more of this rain than snow. We will see a little snow as we head into the overnight hours, but for most of us, snowfall totals will be under 1 inch of snow. The majority of the heavy snow has been falling farther out in western Ohio and eastern Indiana. I heard from Bradley Combs, who's up in Dunkirk, which is Hardin County. He said it did switch to snow. How long ago was that? He told me that it switched to snow about 45 minutes ago. 45 minutes ago it switched to snow. So we are slowly seeing that transition from rain over to the snow. So let me know what you guys are seeing out there. Again, Twitter, I'll say this again, easiest way to get a hold of me, Andrew WSYX6, to send your weather questions. I had a question just come in on there. From Dylan. He asked, when will Zanesville get snow? Right now, as fast as this is cooling off, and I'll loop this again so I can take a look at it real quick. As fast as we are seeing this cool off, we're looking at a 1 hour loop. I would say we're looking at closer to, time is at 8:30 now, so 9:30, 10:30. Still probably close to midnight, maybe even a little bit after before it transitions over to snow for Zanesville. We will see temperatures cool down a little bit, but right now I'm looking at about maybe a 10 p.m. time frame to 11 p.m. time frame for Columbus for the transition. So keep that in mind, that we'll be seeing that transition over to snow. All right, so let's go ahead and see what is going on, see if there's anything in the social stream. All right. Raining a lot in Gahanna, New Albany right now, so thanks to Jonathan Mays for letting me know that. Will Westerville get any snow? This is from Sheila May. It looks like, yes, Westerville will be seeing snow, but again, right now we're dealing with the rain, looking at transitioning over to snow by about 10 o'clock or so. Right now I'm calling for up to 1 inch of snow. Isolated locations could see a little bit more, but really there won't be a lot of moisture once this pulls through. Can you tell Ohio State to cancel classes? No, I wish I could. I don't know if I wish I could. But I know that right now, like I said, we've got 70 school delays and closings. And what I'll do real quick is let me pull that up, and I will show you guys all of the school delays and closings right now, because some of you are watching on your tablet, and I will be honest, trying to look at what our school delays and closings are on a tablet or anything is not as easy. So I'll show you guys all the school delays and closings that we currently have. I'll pull that up. Another question coming in. How will Marion be in the morning? Well, Marion, you will be seeing the snow a little bit earlier, so I think Marion could see up to a couple of inches, but most of this snow, again, will be primarily out in western Ohio, just because we're seeing so much rain and so many warm temperatures sticking around. All right, how much snow will Newark be getting? Again, up to 1 inch. We're not calling for much more than that, just because by the time we switch to snow and we cool down enough, there will not be very much moisture left behind that. And all the models I've seen, Zanesville looks to be okay, huh? I don't know what you're referring to as far as a lot of snow, yeah, not a lot of snow for tonight. The big story, and I've been saying this on the news, the big story will be how cold these temperatures will be. I've never experienced any wind chills under about 15 below. I take that back. I was 20 below back in 2009. But wind chills we're expecting are between about 35 to 45 below zero. So that's frostbite in about 5 minutes. So it is a very serious. So anytime the kids are outside at all, that's when they really need to make sure that they are bundled up very warm, covered every piece of skin possible, just because it is very serious with wind chills that cold. What time will the snow get to Galloway, Ohio again? We're looking at a transition. Right now it's moving its way through Dayton. It'll probably be pushing its way into our western portions of the viewing area by about 9 o'clock to 10:30. So I'm calling for the transition to snow here in Columbus, probably between about 10 and 11 o'clock. So we'll be tracking it on air on ABC 6 at 11, and then Fox 45 or Fox 28, Fox 28 at 10 o'clock. Noah asking, how cold will Coshocton be in the morning? Wind chill, and how much snow do you think Coshocton may get? Again, up to 1 inch. Generally, everyone I'm calling for up to 1 inch, unless you live in Hardin County, Northern Union County, Northern Marion County, or Crawford counties. Those counties will be seeing more snow, but most of us will be seeing only up to 1 inch. And then Shane saying Newark does not have school. All right, so I want to show you some of these school delays that we have coming in real quick. So here they are. I'm going to scroll through these, and hopefully this thing, here we go. So you can see we've got a lot of school delays on here. I'm going to scroll through these so you guys can kind of keep an eye on those as I go down. So if you guys are in any of these schools, again, no school for the day tomorrow for Monday, January 6th. You can see a lot of these schools. And again, these are all closed because of the temperatures, not necessarily snow on the way. These are all closed because of how cold the temperatures are expected to be. Tomorrow morning we're calling for a low of 5, and then as we head into the afternoon tomorrow, we will be seeing wind chills up to about 20 to 25 below zero for the afternoon, so it's very cold. So I'll keep scrolling through the rest of these here. A lot of schools. There's Newark City closed. Columbus City is closed. Ohio State University in Newark is closed. Ohio State, not here in Columbus, is not closed yet. So yeah, we've got a lot of schools. Southwest Licking. So right now, Southwestern schools are not closed, from what it looks like. Upper Arlington is closed. What else do we have here? Worthington Christian schools are closed. So you can see there are a lot of schools. Real quick, I'm going to scroll through this real quick. Sorry, I get a good idea of how many schools. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's about 11 on each of those screens. So if we've got 9 and there's 11 on each, we've got well over 100 schools already closed just because of the cold temperatures that we're expected to see tomorrow. So I'm going to check Twitter real quick, see if you guys have any other questions on there. Dylan just asked about Zanesville. I already answered your question, Dylan, about how much snow for Zanesville, looking at up to about 1 inch of snow for you guys. Check out the social stream, what other kind of questions we have on there right now. Expecting much snow Thursday from, I think that's Christine Johnson, maybe not. C. Johnson, how much snow for Thursday? Right now we're calling for about 1 to 3 inches of snow on Thursday. It's not a lot of moisture with that system, and shortly after we get that moisture, once we get that rain to push its way through, we're going to see warmer temperatures. So Saturday we'll see a little rain, but right now not a lot of snow, generally about maybe 1-2 inches for the most part on Thursday. If that, I think that it'll be a pretty weak system. It's showing definite signs of weakening. I lived outside for Chicago 2 years, negative 40 degrees wind chill for a couple of days in 2007. Not fun, from Kevin Dingle. So thanks for letting us know, Kevin. If you have any tips for us that have never dealt with the wind chill down to negative 40, feel free to let us know, because it's going to be brutal out there for the next couple of days. I'm reporting the next couple of days, and I'm not necessarily looking forward to the cold temperatures. All right, another couple questions here from Chris Amy asking, so even without a lot of snow, untreated roads can probably be icy with all the rain. Absolutely. The salt on the roads only works down to about, I think, 22 degrees. They can add the brine to it, which then takes it down to about 15, 14. Depends on the mixture. But yeah, we're going to be well below that all day Monday, all day Tuesday. And I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at the 7-day forecast real quick. The benefit of coming to this. I'm and I will show you guys. So here's what we're looking at. These are the temperatures for Monday and Tuesday. You can see there, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all day long we are expecting our temperatures to stay below that mark. So for the next couple of days, salt will be completely ineffective on any ice out there. So any ice that we will see for the next couple of days will not melt because of the salt. Looks like we have about 81 people on here right now. Again, if anyone is on Twitter, that's the easiest way to get the questions to me. Andrew WSYX6 on Twitter. I'm also taking the questions there on the right-hand side on the social stream, but I'll be getting to all your guys' questions. But Twitter, hands down, the easiest way to get a hold of me. Andrew WSYX6. Will wind chill be a factor on Wednesday? It will, although the big thing for Wednesday is that the winds will be lightening up a lot. Both Monday and Tuesday, our winds will be very, very strong both for Monday and Tuesday. As we head into Wednesday, our winds start to calm down a little bit. But the big thing, again, will be the wind both for Monday and Tuesday. It's just going to be brutally cold. All right, so let's see other questions here. How much ice will Columbus get? Really, we're seeing that line, and I'll show you guys the radar again real quick. We are seeing a very sharp cutoff. You see here, this is where the rain is, a very sharp cutoff from rain to snow, and there's no pink in there, so there's not any freezing rain. It's just a quick transition from rain to snow, and there's the cold front. You can see that where it's highlighted a little bit brighter. That's where the cold front is, and that's where we're really seeing those winds start to switch and winds really starting to pick up. A lot of Indiana's been dealing with winds about 30 miles an hour, and they actually, northwestern Indiana, they just actually issued a blizzard warning not too long ago. Again, not here in central Ohio. We will not be seeing that. What do you expect the wind to be like in Coshocton Monday morning and Tuesday morning? Winds will be about 15 to 25 miles per hour, sustained winds, which means that's winds at a constant speed. Some of the gusts that we're expected to see, gusts likely getting up to about 30, 35 miles per hour. But by the time, again, once we get to Wednesday morning, things taper off a little bit. But tonight we're really only looking at about an inch of snow at most, followed by these brutally cold temperatures, dangerously cold temperatures heading into the start of the work week. Let me check over here to see what we have going on Twitter, see if there are any new questions on there. Does not look like it. Again, Andrew WSYX6 on Twitter. You guys can get your questions to me. Pete Miller, good to see you there on Twitter. All right, so let's see what we have going on here. Any local municipalities have brine solution to use on the temps? Get too cold for salt. Do I have brine to use when temperatures get too cold for salt? From Matt Wagner. I mentioned this just a little bit earlier. Salt works to about 20 degrees once they mix the brine in with it. That only works down to about 15 degrees. So when we're looking at temperatures tomorrow, by the time we wake up in the morning, it will be too cold for that brine to do anything. So again, once we head into the next couple of days, really, there's nothing they can do to treat the roads just because it is going to be way too cold. One sec, guys. Got a call here. Let's see who this is. Weather Center. Hang up. Do you ever notice that when someone calls a wrong number, it's never the wrong number that they're trying to call? Columbus School for Girls is closed. Thanks for that report. Will Logan get much snow? Again, I mentioned this, up to about an inch for most of central Ohio. I'll show you guys the snowfall total map real quick for you. Let me flip this around. So here's what the snowfall total map. Again, this may get tweaked by 10 and 11 based off of how fast that snow comes in. But right now, up to an inch for almost all of the area. But the big story, not the snow, will be these cold temperatures the next couple of days. We've had a lot of kind of conference calls here at the station thinking about logistics, the crews out in the field, getting everything together so that way we can make sure that the crews are safe out in the field because these cold temperatures, for anyone that has to be outside, it is going to be absolutely brutally cold. So make sure to take it very seriously. Any more big storms this season? Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a couple of more big storms. Not that I wish that we would be dealing with the snow that they are seeing in Indiana. Some places already seeing a foot. I really wish this would have been an all-snow system because it would have been easier to do those snowfall totals. But the fact that that low tracked west, our temperatures warmed up and we've seen the rain, it really cut down on our totals, which I'm not a big fan of that. I wish that it would have been all snow. A lot easier to forecast all snow events than these rain/snow events. The temp seems to be going up, and it's now up to 22. Shouldn't it be going down instead of up? This is from Kathy. No, because we're out still ahead of that cold front. So what happens is that warm air, and I'll flip this around so that way you guys can see it. So what happens, the cold front again is right here in this brighter line. The winds out ahead of this are pushing in from the south, so we're seeing a lot of winds moving in from the south, bringing in warmer air. And you notice once this cold front comes through, it doesn't take very long. That's probably only about a half an hour once the winds switch that you fall below freezing and start getting the snow. So that's why, again, we're dealing with this rain for now because it is so warm. Another thing for anybody that's on here, normally I end these at 9 o'clock. I'm going to go a little bit later tonight. Don't have to do the radio till a little bit later, so we're going to extend this a little longer than normal. So yeah, Kathy, that's why we're still warming up a little bit, just because we are seeing the winds out ahead of the cold front pushing in these warm chats. Robin saying these chats are starting to get banging. Andrew, way to go. Thanks for Robin. Kevin saying stay inside and drink hot cocoa. Best advice. I will feel sorry for emergency personnel outside. Yeah, it's going to be nasty, and that was the big thing. It's like for the weather or for the news, we have to do the stories. We have to put together newscasts, so we're going to be out there. Tim Atkins saying I'm a weather enthusiast, also majored in meteorology at OU. Are there particular computer? I don't see what the rest of that question is. Let me check Twitter real quick to see if that was on Twitter. Don't say anything. All right, Aaron Noss asking, what about Worthington schools? Worthington Christian is closed. Worthington schools so far are not closed. That was from Twitter again, from Aaron Ross. I don't know what Tim's final question was there. I don't know. Any breaking news for 19? Columbus Catholic closed. Let's see what other questions we have here. Make sure to take care of your animals. The Capital Area Humane Shelter has straw for an outdoor animal. Yeah, absolutely. If anybody has any pets outside, bring them inside. At the very least, the garage, but bring them inside, because being stuck outside with temperatures dipping down to 10 below, not to factor in, that's before factoring in the winds of 25 miles per hour, gusts up to 30. It's brutally cold out there. I don't think animals should be out in that any bit whatsoever. I grew up on the farm where we've had animals, and animals, just like humans, should not be outside in this weather any more than what they should be. Do you think all this rain is going to freeze overnight? Trying to figure out what the road conditions will be like, from Cheryl Moore. We will see refreeze overnight. Winds will pick up, which will help to dry some of the pavement out there. A lot of people are asking, what about freezing rain? We're switching from snow to rain just like that. So we're not expecting any freezing rain. What may freeze on the limbs is the rain, but just like what we deal with in thunderstorms in the summer, the rain falls down the limbs and it goes down to the ground. So that's what we're going to see with this, is we're going to see a lot of that rain wash down to the surface. Where you will see icy spots is where you've got puddles starting to form. So any puddles over the next couple of days, that is going to form rock hard and just a very thick piece of ice for any puddles that are outside. All right, another question here from Noah Kastner. Can you give an idea of what Saturday morning will look like for all Ohio, because I'm going to Indiana? Noah, we're tracking some rain on Saturday, so as you're heading to Indiana Saturday morning, you'll probably run into some rain on the way. What are the best chances of freezing and icy roads in Ross-Pickaway counties? From Brooks, just kind of answer that. We will see, with this rain outside, we will see that freeze up as we head into the overnight hours tonight, so be prepared for that for tomorrow morning. Same question, same answer there for Cheryl. Any chance we could see more than 1 inch of snow? From C. Johnson. We could. The best chances to see more than 1 inch of snow will be the western and northern portions of the viewing area, just because they're going to be the first ones to fall below freezing. Once we fall below freezing, we'll see a brief period of snow, but that's it. So the earlier you transition to snow, the better chance that you will have to see a couple of inches of snow. For most of us, like Columbus, still calling for up to 1 inch, but again, keep in mind the ground is wet from the rain, so we will see some of that melting as it initially falls. What do you have to do for the radio? I have to record that for 610 WTVN. I actually did a live hit with them earlier this afternoon at about 4:40. Don't forget to leave your taps running a little tonight so your pipes do not freeze. Absolutely. Michael Sean, thanks for mentioning that. Pipes, make sure that those have some running water through them. If you have a hose outside connected, you want to take that off of there right now, so that way you do not have that frozen hose connected to the outside faucet. They actually sell insulated units. You can cover that outside faucet. If not that, wrap it in a towel or something to try to keep that a little bit warmer, because busted pipes, that is not fun. Tim Atkins, models that might handle tight temperature snowfall gradients better than others. Tim, for the question, he's kind of asking what models handle the situation like we had seen today better. Honestly, the model that handled today's situation the best has been handling every other winter storm the worst. So there's not normally one that does a little bit better. The American model, the GFS, that one has been handling this really bad all week long. It's been going way too cold. And I want to mention, too, a lot of people have been like, what's this? Where's the 6 to 10 inches? Us here at ABC6, we never called for that. We never said that on air. We never posted it on Facebook. So if you heard 6 to 10 inches, it came from somewhere else because we are not extreme forecasters. There was a model that did show that, but there was one rogue model. You can't go off of one single model. You have to interpret them. That's why we do what we do, because we interpret what the forecast models, what the computers do. You can't run your life off of one computer model because then you can really get bit in the rear end. So we were calling at most 3 to 6 inches here in the metro area. We were looking at the transition over to snow to be earlier in the afternoon, but obviously it's pushed back a little bit, and that's why we had to tone it down. We went 1 to 3 for the metro area yesterday and up to an inch for tomorrow. Noah, oh yeah, I think I speak for all of Ohio. Thank you for protecting all Ohio during dangerous times. Thanks, Noah. Raining in Daneville, thanks for that report. Brandon saying it is pouring down rain in Nelsonville, so thanks for that report. I heard we were going to warm up next weekend. That is true. How warm are we going to get? Right now I'm calling for temperatures in the mid-40s by next Saturday and Sunday. We will be dealing with a little bit of rain, but it will be definitely very windy out there as we head into the next couple of days. That's the big story. Someone asking, and I want to post this link. Someone asking, how do you calculate the wind chill? So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to post the link in there so you guys can see. It links you back to my Facebook page, so that way you guys can see the wind chill chart to calculate what the wind chills are. For anybody that's new to this too, I do this every single Sunday night at 8:30, so you guys can jump on here, ask your weather questions, whether we have the winter storm, whether it's quiet. Sometimes we talk about sports, whatever's on your guys' mind, we can talk about that. All right, so let's see. We've had the question there about the wind chill. Hey, Buck, it's Bill. Can you show us the national map and Midwest map, specifically wind chill? I can do that for you, Bill. So we have Bill Kelly here in the chat. So let's pull that up real quick. 13, we have current conditions, wind chill. It's nice that all of these folders are appropriately labeled. I took care of that. All right, so Bill helped out as well. So let's see, Midwest. All right, so here's what we're looking at, wind chills right now. I'll flip this around so that you guys can see this. All right, so here are the wind chills across the entire country right now. Look at that, 43 below in Bismarck, 42 in Minneapolis. That's nasty. So here's what's on the way. Here's what's looking to move in overnight tonight. So we're still at 39 for the wind chill again. 6 in Fort Wayne, so this will be moving in over the next couple of hours. 4 in Indianapolis. 18 below zero in Chicago. So yeah, we're going to be dealing with some very cold winds, and some of this cold Arctic air mass will be filtering its way in as well. So again, that is the huge story, is how cold these wind chills will be as we head through the days to come. Eric asking, what is the wind chill? Wind chill is when you factor in the temperature and the winds combined, what it feels like to your skin, what the temperature would feel like, and how quickly frostbite would occur. So the link that I just posted there in the social stream, you guys can check that out. And I will, you guys can check out what the wind chill would be. Fairfield Union is closed, so thanks for that report there from Geltz Roth. Check out Twitter real quick, see if there are any other questions on Twitter. Again, if you guys are on Twitter, Andrew WSYX6 to send me your questions on there, and I will answer your guys' questions. Or if you guys are on the Ustream, you guys can post those questions there on the right-hand side in the social stream. So we'll keep this going for about another 15 minutes. So if you guys have any other questions, again, post those in the social stream. I'm going to refresh this page and jump down to the bottom, and also check my Facebook page to see if there are any other questions on there right now. So I'm going to refresh this. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this evening. Not too bad here in the Weather Center. I've been busy as all get out. Meant to get more water, but I forgot. All right, so Michelle asking, how did somewhere so close like Indiana get so much snow and we got nothing? That seems so weird to me. The big thing is that track of the low pressure system, and I will pull up that to kind of show you. For someone that was not here in the chat yesterday, I posted something. All right. Oh, where did that go? I know I had that yesterday. It's in my trash can on the desktop. I will pull it out. I'll pull it out of the trash to show you guys. There it is. All right. So I'm going to show you guys this. So here's what the deal is. I'm going to flip this around. Throw this on the desktop. Pull this up, and we're going to blow this up a little bit. All right. So here's what happens. So this was yesterday. Here's the low pressure that we've been tracking. Here's Ohio. And what happens is that the low pressure, as we've been tracking it, we keep an eye on the track of it. And the track initially was coming right about toward Columbus. So what that means is, out ahead of that, I'll pull up another page. Here's how this breaks down. So out ahead of it, this is what you deal with. When this line moves up, and this is basically the track of where the low would be, and this was the forecast models from earlier this week, you'll have some freezing, you'll have some wintry mix in there where it switches over. But out ahead of this, that low, if the low's moving right up here, out ahead of this would be all rain. Behind it is all snow. So that's why it really plays a key factor as to where this low pressure system tracks. And that's what we've been keeping an eye on. And I'll show you the latest map of right now where it exactly is. Let me pull it up for you so that way you guys can see. Brrr, drum roll. All right, so there's the low. So again, this is right now tracking its way just to the west here of Columbus. And that's why we're not getting nearly as much snow. We're seeing the rain out ahead of it, but out behind it, that's where they're getting all the snow. So that's why we've been tracking this thing, like we said, the last few days of where this is going to go. And it went just a little bit too far west. It went about 50 miles too far west. Otherwise, we'd be seeing a lot more snow here in central Ohio. All right, so let's check on here and see if we have any other questions. I'm going to scroll down and check that. No questions on there. All right, so social stream. Let me scroll down here. When can we expect a big snowstorm? 8 to 12 inches of snow in the region from C. Johnson. No big snow for 8 to 12 inches anywhere anytime soon. I looked at the forecast models all the way out a couple of weeks, and we do not have any significant snowstorm right now on the horizon. Is it possible to lose power because of snow or ice from NOAA? Ice, yes, but we're not expecting any freezing rain or sleet. Snow, normally not snow. Normally snow will not cause power outages. The only time when it will is during the fall, like if you have leaves out there, or early spring. If you have leaves on the trees, the leaves will collect that snow and they weigh a lot more. So that's when you'll see the power outages because of snow. Pedro asking, what does dew point mean? Dew point is the air temperature at which the temperature would fall down and you start getting dew to form. So the dew point is always equal or lesser than the temperature because, again, the temperature has to fall. Just like in the summer, when we see the temperatures fall overnight, when they fall, that's when we actually see the dew starting to form once the temperature and the dew point finally come together there. So it's just a measure of how much moisture is in the atmosphere and how close it is to the temperature is when dew would form. Madison County Schools, open or closed? From Diane. Let me scroll here. If you have a specific Madison County school in particular, let me know. We have Madison Christian closed, Madison Plain closed. Those are the only two Madison schools that I see closed right now. Coming up at the 10 and 11, we will be posting all of the school closings on air for the 10 o'clock news on Fox 28, and at 11, we'll have all of those school closings and delays on air for you guys. And again, for anybody that's new here, thanks for jumping on. I do this every single Sunday night at 8:30, so you guys can ask weather questions for the week ahead and answer your guys' questions. And if you guys have any questions, shoot me up on Twitter. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me, Andrew WSYX6, and I will answer your guys' questions. All right, so let's go back here and see what we have going on. We're still going. Does Bill do Ustream also? From Eric. As far as I know, Bill's never done a Ustream. He's joined this, but he's never, to my knowledge, ever used the Ustream to do these videos. Marion County, how much snow estimated? Let's go ahead and just travel up to Marion County real quick. So let's see what we're dealing with off to the north here. So we're seeing a little bit of wintry mix, and I'll flip on the radar. So here's Marion County right here. The snow line is just to the west of you, moving its way here through Logan County, Hardin County. So you will switch to snow, I would say, within about the next 45 minutes. So that's what we're looking at. This will switch over to snow shortly. Looks like there is some pockets of green there, so some pockets of rain mixing in. Likely, this is in Allen County where Lima is. Out at the airport, they likely reported a little bit of rain mixing in, so that's why they have that little pocket of green. So again, it's a little bit of rain mixing in with this line, but once this moves through, it will be all snow. But the big story, again, I'm going to zoom this out and show you. So I'm going to move this map down a little bit. The tail end of all of this moisture is almost here. You can see down here in Louisville, once this moves through, we are out of the moisture. So we need to get these temperatures to cool down fast to get much snow.